Welcome back. You're watching Times Now as we continually stay put on those pictures that have been coming in from New York as Prime Minister Narendra Modi is there on his historic state visit to the United States of America. And pictures that a short while back were also being shared as Prime Minister Narendra Modi was meeting and interacting with the members of the academics and the think tank groups as well in New York.
It was a great meeting. First, we met in 2013, 10 years ago, when he was in Gujarat and I was very interested in cities. So we talked about the importance of successful urban development and the things that the government really needs to do to help lead in urban development. And he understands these issues very well. I then suggested the idea that one way to try and encourage states or cities to do something is, instead of mandating it, to offer a reward or a prize. And he said, oh yes, and he's done this. So he already understood that completely. He also talked about the experience in Gujarat when he was encouraging the redevelopment of Bhuj, I think it is. And it was emphasizing how important it is for government officials to get people behind whatever it is that they have to do, even if it's something like, rebuilding. You need to build public support, and so he understands that that's the real challenge in keeping urbanization going, and that he can't do that anymore directly from Delhi, but he has to reward the heads of the states and the city governments to do what he did before. So it was a very good conversation about urbanization, and he articulated very well the main message, which is that urbanization is not a problem, it's an opportunity. And I take it this is a slogan that he's used before. Then I started to describe a system for basically authenticating who someone is. That's what I'm working on in the United States right now. If I'm sending an email to someone, how do I prove that it's really Paul Romer who's sending an email? I can't do it right now in the United States. And I started to outline, well, there might be a way together with cell phones to do this, and it could link to Aadhaar. And the Prime Minister started to try and explain to me, we're already doing it. And so my idea is something that, is already in train. So with the EKC, electronic Know Your Customer, they're already doing it. And the Prime Minister's Chief of Staff then showed me the app on the phone that is the container or the locker for certificates. It was describing the use of the mobile number. So for me, a good day is when I learn something, and I learned.
Well, I'm honored to be at the meeting because Prime Minister Modi is a man whose time has come at the time that India's time has come. It's very analogous to when Deng Xiaoping opened up and reformed China, 1978. And so the potential of India is enormous. And you have now a reformer, a radical reformer, who has the ability to transform it and the popularity to transform it. So I think India and Prime Minister Modi are at a juncture in which there's going to create a tremendous opportunity, tremendous changes in India that are going to be really startling. I think India now also is at a time when, as a country that's not in the middle of the conflict.
प्रधानमंत्री न्यूयॉर्क पहुंच चुके हैं, ये दृश्य हम आपको दिखा रहे हैं। प्रधानमंत्री अभिवादन स्वीकार कर रहे हैं वहां पर अपने होटल में न्यूयॉर्क में।